useless. I just need to say thank you. Somebody had to say it. The only thing you forgot to add here was a walk. I'm so excited to provide my feedback on these locations. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's. I've seen that in movies.
Y'all, hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Show. I am so excited to have my good friend here. Talk, man, talk. He's so energetic, just like I am. So we're brothers from another mother. So I just love him. Guys, I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Show. I do a segment called My Two Cents, and there's a list going around, and it's viral. And some women got together and put a list together of the places that thou shalt not take us on the first date. And Cheesecake Factory is leading the way. I'll deal with that in my segment, My Two Cents, but I don't want to take any time away from this world-renowned professional speaker, life coach, Superman among men. Without any further ado, brother Tim Stewart. Talk, man, talk. Hello, my brother from another mother. How you doing, brother Tim?
I'm doing quite well, Dr. Sims. Thank you so much. Wow, that introduction is off the chain. Certainly great to be here with you again. I enjoyed our first session so much, and we agreed, hey, that we were going to stay connected, and here we are again. And there's nothing more valuable than when men, as you say, honor their word.
That's good,
right?
That's
integrity,
good.
right?
That's good.
We have to do that. How can we impact our generation or influence our generation and the future generations if we don't even do what we say we're going to do?
Man, you bet, boy. Is that not a mouthful? Is that not a mouthful? And you know what? That's such a great segue into what I want to talk about today. What are some of the keys to success? And I know it's cliche, and you got so many people on TikTok and social media, other social media platforms that think they're experts and gurus, but the fundamentals are still appropriate, man. And one of those is leading with integrity, and we'll get to that. But the first thing I want you to do with everybody is introduce yourself to the few people that may not know Tim Stewart, man. Introduce yourself to those handful of people that don't know you yet.
Okay. Well, thank you. My name is Tim Stewart, a.k.a. Talk Man Talk. Talk Man Talk speaks to inspire, motivate, and educate people from every walk, focusing on 12 principles to inner peace and common unity for happier, healthier, and safer communities in which to live, work, and play.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Listen, tell everybody real quick and give me about a 2-minute commercial. Where did Talk Man Talk come from? And then we're going to go into our conversation. Yeah. Where did Talk Man Talk come from, Tim?
So I had gone through some very heavy challenges, and I made it to the other side, Dr. Sims. And,
Amen.
One Saturday morning, I said, "Well, Lord, what am I going to do now? I made it through." And I'll tell you, I had celebrated 5 years clean and sober. Oh, wow. I had never been clean and sober that long since I was 12 years old, and I'm 45 now.
Wow.
And I said, "Lord, what am I going to do? I have come from a homeless shelter, sleeping in the overflow, which is the floor, to a 2,400 square foot house, $250,000 home. I'm married. I'm a responsible, productive member of society."
Yes,
and I'm
sir.
like,
yes, sir.
Lord, what am I going to do now? And I had this revelation. You always like sharing information. Be a speaker.
That's
I said, yeah, I could do that. And so I've always been a Michael Jordan fan. And when Michael Jordan came into the league, he was jump man jump. I said, I'm going to be Talk Man Talk, right?
I love it when you tell that story, man. I love it.
But guess what? At the same time, right after that, I had an epiphany.
Yeah.
And I remembered being back in the first and second and third grade, Dr. Sims.
Okay.
And I stayed in trouble. I was always being sent to put my nose in a circle with my hands behind my back in front of the class. Guess what I stayed in trouble for?
What?
Talking in class. I had the gift when I got here.
Yes,
Just
sir.
like a bird has flight already in it.
Yes,
a fish has swim already in it.
Yes,
a mango seed. A mango seed. Everything that God creates has a gift trapped on the inside.
Yes, sir.
And this is leading into what we're talking about today. So I wanted to make this point. So we know that trapped inside of every mango seed is a mango tree.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Nothing rocket science about that.
That's good.
But we can set that mango seed on our kitchen counter, and it'll sit there for 30 years.
It won't do anything.
And the tree will remain trapped inside of the seed. It won't come out.
Wow.
Why? It's in the wrong environment.
That's so.
Environments matter. Take that same seed, drop it in some soil, give it some moisture and sunlight. Boom! Here comes a tree that was trapped inside of the seed. Well, that's what we want to be. We want to be the right environment. We want to be the right environment. We're talking about we can't reach a level of success. And I wanted to define success.
Come on.
Because like you said, there's so many people have these different philosophies. Some of it is crazy. You talk about the list. I just told a lady the other day, it's too complicated. It makes no sense. At the end of the day, if a person doesn't have character, if those two people are not compatible and they are not committed, I don't care what kind of list you have, it ain't gonna work.
And I don't care if I take you to a 5-star or 0-star. If we're not meant to be, it's irrelevant. If we're not compatible, it's irrelevant. If we can't even get along with each other, it's irrelevant. So the list really doesn't hold any weight if we're not meant to be. Because if you and I are meant to be, we can hang out in the car.
That's right. And I know people that have done that.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Me too.
Me too. Hey, look, we ain't always had the money to go to no Cheesecake Factory.
Now, see, that's a whole nother show now, Tim. Come on now.
We ain't always had that. Come on, no, sir. Sir. So I don't know who these people are that come up with, and I understand it. It's what it's called, Dr. Sims?
What is it called, Brother Tim?
Diversion.
That's what it's called.
Yes, diversion. It gets people to move away from what you said in the beginning. The principles for success are the same.
Yeah,
they
don't change. They don't change.
The same laws that Moses had to deal with in this planet, we still have to. We are subject to the same laws.
Man, Tim, I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you. This is good stuff, man.
You know how we can validate that, Dr. Sims?
Come on, tell me.
In Genesis 1:11, it says, "And God said, let every seed produce after its own kind."
He said it.
I don't know exactly when that was written. I don't know exactly who wrote that.
Come on.
What I do know is true. There's nobody.
We're studying the book of Genesis in Bible study. We're up to chapter 16 now.
Yeah.
And you done preached the word right there. We can stop the interview right now. You done said a mouthful right there. Like you said, I don't know when. I don't know who. I have some ideas. But regardless of that, the principle and
it's
the
valid.
world outside, the people that are in the church sometimes don't magnify the principles as much as the world does. But that we get
that's another show. But look, I want to be on that show.
He's gonna.
I want to be on that show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, I may let him do 3 parts for me. But you tip now. I want to talk about character and integrity. But before we get there, I want you to talk about environment. Listen, hold that thought. We're going to run to a quick break. And I want you to dig a little bit deeper with that thing, environment, because a lot of people, and I call it being out of position, but to use your terminology, a lot of people are in the wrong environment.
And the gift can't never manifest.
That is so good. Y'all hold tight. And we're going to be right back with Brother Tim Stewart. Talk, man, talk. Come on, somebody. Y'all will be right back after this break.
I want you to know I am so excited about this sync wire product, the car wireless FM transmitter. I set it up yesterday, real easy setup, and I called one of my colleagues on the phone through the transmitter, through the FM transmitter, and we were talking, and I said, Coach Angel, can you hear me okay? And she said, Dr. Sims, you sound clear as a bell. And I'm just telling you, I'm so excited because I do a lot of communicating in my car, and most states now are hands-free. And so this allows me to be on the phone, drive hands-free without any complication. So you need to do yourself a favor. If you're like me and you pretty much spend a lot of time in your car, you need this SyncWire product. And remember, as I always say, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
If you would like to support the Dr. Sims Show, send your donations to Cash App $Walter H. Sims. And remember, we stay high on life.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here with my brother from another mother, Brother Tim Stewart. Talk, man, talk. Well, we want to talk about some keys to success. And I tell you, I got about 4 more episodes to wrap up season 2. And I'm going to bring you back in a couple of weeks, and we're going to do a couple more episodes. But today, talk about environment. Why is environment so crucial when it comes to keys to success?
Here's one of the most powerful lessons that I learned, Dr. Sims.
Yes, sir.
Is that law is the foundation for creation, and it forms the foundation for all relationships.
That's good.
You can take a weed.
Yeah.
If we go to the Genesis story, let's go to creation. And I'm sure you've heard this before. When God was creating whatever it was, he spoke to the source to create the product.
It sure did.
He spoke to the heavens and said, bring forth the light.
Sure
he spoke
did.
to the ocean and said, bring forth the fish. He spoke to the ground and said, bring forth the herbs yielding seed, producing after its own kind.
Sure did.
There you go. And he said, bring forth the animals, right?
Yeah.
From the earth. So environments matter because that is where the nutrients, if you take a weed
yeah,
and disconnect it from the soil,
yeah,
the environment, you don't have to kill it.
Oh, that's good.
It will die.
That's good.
If you take a fish, disconnect it from its source, its environment, lay it on the table, you don't have to kill it. It will die.
That's good.
If you take a human, what was the source that God spoke to when he created the species called mankind?
Come on, somebody. Did he form man out of the dust?
Yeah, but he spoke to himself.
Yes,
he said,
did.
let us make man.
Did.
Just like the heavens, the earth, the seas. When he got ready to create the species mankind, he spoke to himself. So he is our source.
Yeah, boy.
When we disconnect from him, regardless of what causes that disconnection,
that's good.
We die. We are not in the right environment. See, God created everything to function by law.
That's good.
Everything.
That's good.
Everything. Everything was created by law. Everything functions by law. Everything exists on law. And so we grow up in what we call a culture.
That's right.
That's the same word for environment. And when a baby lands here, that baby lands in a culture.
That's right.
Culture means to grow. Culture, like they grow bacteria in a lab.
Yeah.
Culture.
That's good.
Right?
That's good.
And that's the environment. It will produce. It cannot produce anything other than what's been sown into it.
That's good. That's good.
So when we talk about success, right? And I wanted to just kind of define that a little bit so everybody would be on the same page with us.
I got my pen. Let's go.
So success is not what a lot of people think it is.
Amen.
Success is really about discovering our purpose.
That's it.
See, success is not me compared to what Dr. Sims has or Dr. Bobo or some other person what they produce. Success is me fulfilling the purpose in which I was created to do.
That's right.
That's true success. Listen, here's one to write down. There's no substitute for purpose.
There's none. None.
You can't take a fork and eat soup. It was not created for that. Anytime we get outside of our purpose and what we were created for, success cannot happen.
That's good. I tell people all the time, Brother Tim, I tell people all the time, if you say yes to your purpose, you're already successful.
But here's you know what, Dr. Sims, the number one, as I've worked with people as a life coach over the years, guess what? The number one common issue people have that I work with.
What's that, Brother Tim?
They don't know why they're here.
That's it.
They don't know who they are. So
That's
when we
right.
don't understand our purpose, right, we become wrecks on the road to life.
That's right.
And we get dragged off to an alley or exit ramp behind a lust or a craving, right?
Come on.
And short circuits our purpose. See, everything God created was created for a purpose.
That's right.
Packed with potential, gift, to function by principles.
That's good.
Honesty, hope, faith, courage, integrity, willingness, humility, discipline, forgiveness, acceptance, awareness, and gratitude.
That's so good. That's so good.
Jesus said in Luke, I don't remember exactly where it was. He said, it is our Father's good pleasure to give us the key.
That's it. That's it.
To the kingdom.
That's it.
That's the message that I was given to promote, is the kingdom message. That's people right. Have a lot of different messages, but here's what I found. What
have you found?
I shared with you that I came from the overflow in a homeless shelter. What changed my life and has now allowed me to remain free from active addiction for 19 years.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Is the principles that I practice. They are called keys. They are called keys.
Keys, Elder.
Kingdom keys. Those are principles. So the kingdom represents the most powerful government on the planet, Dr. Sam.
That's it.
You know what that is?
What's that?
You know what that is? Self-government.
Self-government.
A person who governs themselves does not need policing.
That's right.
That's why Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, seek that first.
Seek that first. Matthew 6:33.
Seek that first. It's very clear what the priority was. First means priority.
That's
seek
right.
that first. Self-government. And so these principles, keys to success, those are a part of
That's good.
The kingdom message and the principles for success, Dr. Sam.
That's good.
And we need to look. That's why I told you when we're connected, I wanted to stay in touch with you because the work that you do, it has to be ongoing.
I appreciate that.
It has to be ongoing.
Yeah, we can't stop.
Because we have so many people in our generation and our future generations who are wrecks on the road to life.
They sure are.
And you know what, Dr. Sims? I'm gonna say it.
Come on,
it's our fault. It's our fault.
Yeah.
Because they land here knowing nothing. We learn everything after we get here.
That's right.
So if we allow them to think it's okay to be half naked on social media, we have missed the mark.
Yeah, we have missed the mark. I got to do a talk for a parent summit, and basically it's introducing Parent University, and I got to do like a 12-minute motivational talk for the parents. And one of the things I'm going to tell the parents along the lines of what you're saying, the children, they're our responsibility. The kids are not responsible for us. We're responsible for the children.
And I talked to, just had a conversation with a young lady, and she was saying, she had to go to a bond hearing for her son, and
wow,
and I was like, we've got to do a better job. She said, well, these young kids, they have their own mind, and that's one of the excuses that we use.
Come on.
Look, when a baby lands here, every baby lands here in a culture and is programmed.
That's exactly right.
So either we are not teaching them, or we are allowing them to be taught by somebody else.
That's exactly right.
The wrong information. You can't sow apple seeds, words or seeds. 1 Peter chapter 1, God says his word is incorruptible seed.
That's right.
That's really mustard seed faith. That's another show.
That's right.
But
I remember that from the last time we were together on the Dr. Sam show.
Yeah, yes, sir. But we can't sow. And I'll use this analogy real quick so that the audience can get a visual of it.
Okay.
God did something really unique when he was
Come on.
creating, our universe and how we function. As a human being, I am a spirit.
That's right.
I live in a body,
That's right.
and I have a soul. My soul is my mind, will, and emotion.
That's right.
My soul is just like soil. What dictates the type of harvest that a field will produce? Is it the soil or the seed?
It's the seed.
It's the seed.
That's
Right. Bingo. That soil is going to produce whatever seed is sown into it, period.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
Our soul is no different. What we see, the harvest we see in our kids is a result of the seeds that's been sown into them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And here's the analogy that I use. You take a young girl, she's getting ready to start her cycle.
Right.
And Dr. Sims, I don't know, do you know the best way to keep the weeds out of your lawn?
What's the best way?
Most people say to spray them,
right,
or pull them up, but it's actually to sow the grass seeds so thick that the weed seeds can't take root.
That's
right. That's what God told Joshua to do in Joshua 1:8. Right. Meditate on this book of the law day and night. Say it, say it, say it. To sow my word so thick that the weed seeds, fear, doubt, worry, confusion can't take root.
That's it.
So the parents have this conversation. Okay, it's time for us to have that talk, that sex talk.
That's right.
So they sit down at the table and they have this talk.
Right.
Good talk. And they get up. Yep, okay, we good now. We done had the talk.
We good.
But guess what? Bobby, Johnny, and Mike, them boys from New Edition, they talking every day.
Every day.
They sowing seed. They sowing seed every day. Guess what happens to that seed that the parents sowed?
Yeah.
It gets choked out.
That's exactly right.
So my point is, we can't say, well, I told them not to steal. Well, did you keep telling them?
You got to keep telling them. I'm like that with my clients and my followers and my congregation. I'm going to keep preaching love. I'm going to keep preaching faith. I'm going to keep preaching faith. I'm going to keep preaching faith. I'm going to keep preaching love. I'm going to keep preaching. We got to take the high road. I'm going to keep preaching. I'm going to keep preaching. Keep it. Reinforce.
Day and night is what he told Joshua.
He sure told it.
And look,
this is good.
And if you notice at the end of that scripture, Dr. Sims, God didn't say, and Joshua, I will make your way prosperous and I will make you have good success. He said, Joshua, you will make your way prosperous and you will have good success. The responsibility was on us. We have the information. We have the keys. We have to apply them.
Y'all wrote this down. We got 2 more minutes with him. Y'all wrote that down. Purpose. I got it. There's no substitute for purpose. That's key right. Number 1. You got to walk in your purpose. Key number 1. And you're going to flourish in the right environment when you're walking in purpose. And we'll pick up the other keys, some other keys in part 2 and part 3 and part 4. But this man, I hope y'all taking good notes. I hope you're taking a note. You got 2 minutes. In these last 2 minutes, Brother Tim, what has helped you stay clean for 19 years? Give everybody that key. What helped you stay clean for 19 years?
Dr. Simmons, these 12 principles that I practice right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Honesty, hope, faith, courage, integrity, willingness, humility, discipline, forgiveness, acceptance, awareness, and gratitude. These 12 principles represent, as I said earlier, self-government. But what they did, you mentioned something. They helped me develop my character.
You better say it.
When God said, let us create man in our image, that was character.
That's character.
Let them have the nature that I have, right?
Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim.
So that our audience don't get lost, let's define this word character, right?
Come on.
It is a commitment to a set of standards without compromise. It is a dedication to a set of values without wavering.
That's good.
It is self-imposed discipline.
That's good. I like that.
My
Character.
character means
self-imposed.
more.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's
my
good.
my character means more to me than anything on that I have, that I own. The guy says, I remain the same. See the numbers and the letters on the keyboard on your computer.
That's good.
A number 2 is the same at 2 o'clock in the morning as it is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't change. They are called characters.
Oh, that is good, boy. Well, how can people get in touch with you? You all right? You talk, man. Talk for real, Elder.
Man, it's my passion. It's I discovered my purpose, and it has now become my passion.
That's good.
And see,
That's so good.
when we discover our purpose, it creates a vision. That's our purpose in pictures. That vision, when we see it, it ignites a passion.
That's good. That's good.
That passion is received by other people as influence, and when you influence people, that's called leadership.
That's good.
And
that's good.
How people can connect with me, talkmantalk.com. I'm on all the social media handles, platforms. You just type in, hey, Google me. Talkman Talk, no spaces.
That's it. I tell everybody now, we Google-ish Tim. But listen, this has been part 1, Keys to Success, but I'm going to bring you back in a couple of weeks, and we're going to do parts 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And I really
Let's start breaking
appreciate
down
you.
these.
Yeah,
let's start breaking down these principles.
Man, it's good stuff. This is good meat, man. How's your family, real quick? How's family?
Family's good, man, and we just lost our uncle, and he was one of my favorite uncles. But people are good, and we help each other the best that we can. That's one day at a time.
That's good. Well, condolences, man, and know that I love you, and I'll be in touch with you. I'm gonna send you another. Text me your availability 2 weeks from today, and we'll do parts 2, 3, and 4. Okay.
Let's do it, sir.
Right,
love you, man.
Talk, y'all. Hey, y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
If you would like to support the Dr. Sims Show, send your donations to Cash App $Walter H. Sims. And remember, we stay high on life.
Guys, I had to chime in with this, and you saw the beginning clip of this young lady talking about, I'm glad somebody finally put this list together. And Tim said something so powerful. I'm 57 years old, and Tim is 46, 47. We grew up in a time where we didn't have much, and I can speak for me. We didn't have much. You couldn't tell me that we weren't rich, or you couldn't tell me we were poor. We had a roof over our head. We had food in the refrigerator. The utilities was on. We had a piece of car to get around in. And my dad and my parents didn't really push money. The average man makes roughly, I'm just going to say $45,000 a year. That boils down to roughly maybe 100, and I'll be very generous, maybe $170 a day. Okay? Now, Cheesecake Factory leading that list. And I don't know the last time you've been to Cheesecake Factory, but just 2 people, you can easily spend $175 easily. So, and like Tim said, and this is the bottom line, if you and somebody are supposed to be together and you click and y'all are vibing, does locality really matter? I need you to check your motivation for dating. What are you doing? Do you just want a good meal, or you want a good mate? Oh, come on, somebody. What's your motivation? And remember this: you attract who you are. So if you are a selfish person, guess who you're gonna attract? And I'm Dr. Sam, and that's been my 2 cents. Listen, I want to thank Brother Tim for being here today. And like I said, this is part 1. And we got some more talk we got to do with him. And thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Until next Monday, this has been Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Show. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.